right after I'm hitting town, you know, there are so many locations where I have to go this evening. I have to go to school, you know.
We'll talk about that one.
We'll talk about it. So yes. Friday is a very special day in the whole world. So thank God it's Friday.
Yes, so that is Alhaji Banda or something. And Marcelo, how the week has been? How is it?
It has been a tough one. I mean, going up and down Parliament, trying to get news for our cherished viewers. But then, I mean, we are up and grateful when it's Friday. And we all thank God it's Friday.
Yes, so these are my giants, yes, and of course we'll be delving deep into situations most especially pertaining Ghana football, hooliganism and violence in our football. This time, the Ghana Football Association president, Mr. Edwin Simon Ketokraku, visited the bereaved family in Kumasi, that is Nana Poli, who in about 2 weeks ago was stabbed to death in Iswatre. He spoke about many things, how to ensure, should I say, safety protocols at various stadia, and then in going forward, how to stop these hooliganism and stuff in our football. But then let me start with landlord. We've been talking about this thing, football hooliganism, how to put an end to this thing. We've talked much about it. But at this point, since the GFA president is now actively playing part, how to stop this thing? Let me hear from you.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. God has been faithful. I want to thank our viewers watching us live on Facebook and live on CLOG TV. We are always grateful for how they reach out to us when you're working in town, landlord. So it means that we're on the right path. Since Paul's death, we've been coming here talking about hooliganism and violence, and we also sat here complaining, say we've not heard from our boss, the GFA president, and we saw one of the GFA people saying, he's not feeling well, he's out of the country, going for some
medical treatment and medical checkup.
So finally, he's back, and for him coming back, and he went straight to Kumasi to visit the family and also had a press conference, and I think it's a very good one for him. But I think we are on the right course. The reason I'm saying today there was a match at Kaswa, and I saw the number of police people around. So it means after Paul's death, we've learned something. Because when I saw a lot of people, I said, why is the president going to watch the match? Some no knowing because of what happened to Paul. So it means what has happened to Paul, we've learned something from it. That's what we all were preaching, that we need to learn something from what has happened, because it's not a good thing for us as a nation, as a football nation, and as a country. Because for me personally, I think it's not even about football. It happened across. The last time I sat here and I said, we saw a video of a student holding a cutlass, caning with a junior student because he was in level 10, and the junior is in level 100, and he was using a cutlass to cane him. And later on, we saw 2 days ago, the police have arrested him. So the violence is everywhere, not even football, it's in entertainment, politics, and everywhere. So for the police and the GFA working hand in hand together, and we saw the number of people, the police people at the 2 park today. I think we thank God that we just preaching. But one thing I want to say is I don't want us to be a one-time event, because Ghanaians, we want a one-time event. Let this thing continue to thy kingdom come. So kudos to the GFA for him coming to say something to the GFA, to the bereaved of the family. And I also seen that some of the big people in the country have put in some money on board. So if they able to find the person who killed Paula, it's a good call for us. It's a very good call for us. But all the same, we thank God for the good call from the GFA and the police. I said you need to work hand in hand, because when they work hand in hand now, glory be to God, we're going to make victory assured. So thank you.
Yes. So talking of the Ghana Football Association president addressing the media, that is, I should say, relaying that particular information to the whole world. Let's watch him while he addressed the media during this press conference.
But it's a good moment for us to play a positive role, or to make a positive impact on our sport called football. We will continue on this journey of change, the journey that we started in 2019. And I've always said that the journey to change Ghanaian football will be tough. And we are going through a tough moment. It will be rough, like we are going through, but we will get there. Thank you. It's a sorrowful moment, but it's a good moment for us to play a positive role or to make a positive impact on our sport called football. We will continue on this journey of change, the journey that we started in 2019. And I've always said that the journey to change Ghanaian football will be tough. And we are going through a tough moment. It will be rough, like we are going through, but we will get there.
So that was Ghana Football Association addressing the media, and then just putting one or two things across that it's a collective thing. We can't just eradicate football hooliganism as an individual, but it should be a collective thing. I don't know, but of Marcelo, that was the GFA president.
I think he said it right. I mean, we all need to come on board to come against this hooliganism thing in our various stadiums and even in our communities. It goes on and on and on. And even when we are playing this kind of community games and you see supporters trying to fight themselves and all those things because of that. And I think education needs to go on very well.
It's one of the key things.
Yes, very key.
Good orientation.
Seriously. I mean, football is you win, you lose, or you draw. I mean, and sometimes referees doesn't come to the game to just try to go one-sided. So we need to educate ourselves, and they need to put in more effort, because when it comes to the Black Stars, for instance, when maybe they will play at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, you see our various FA members and they're going to ESCO members going from one station to the other, trying to urge the supporters to come to the stadium. So I think they should come down to the local level, to the district level, and educate us very well on this kind of.
Yes, I think you are right, because talking of it being a collective effort, I should say that we all have parts to play.
Sure.
Anyone that is part of Ghana football, being sports journalists, being the FA, the sports ministry, whosoever that matters in Ghana Premier League, it's a collective effort. But I don't know, with these things, are they the only way to curb hooliganism in our football? For instance, the meeting upon meeting CEOs and other stakeholders with GFA president being involved, addressing media. And only hooliganism. You made mention of fans orientation.
Yeah.
It's one of the important figures, but I don't know if there are other things GFA need to curb this hooliganism.
Yeah, thank you. I think one thing also is the fact that the kind of stadium that we play our matches on, they are on call. For some, you have just free access to enter some various and vital places that, as a normal supporter, you don't have the chance to go there. So I think as we are talking, various meetings going on to try and sort out this kind of hooliganism thing, I think we should also take a critical look at our various stadiums. That even if the whole country or the 18 class, we are going to use we have just 5 stadiums that will be us to play on. We should do that, because anytime Black Stars need to play, they will tell us Accra Sports Stadium is not fit to play, to hold such matches. Kumasi's Baba Yara is not fit. So why is it that when it comes to our local games, our Premier League games, which is it's fantastic, we shouldn't be so. So we should treat our league like Black Stars is coming to play. So the stadiums that we approve for the league matches, and it should be
up to that standard.
Yes, it should be up to that standard. And the CCTV cameras too are more important when it comes to the football game, because if there was CCTV camera at in Swatrema Stadium, I think we shouldn't have been here looking for the person the killer. So I think these and other things that can be done.
Yeah, so free advice for Marcelo: installation of CCTV cameras, and then making sure that our various stadia holding Ghana Premier League matches are up to that standard. We've heard a lot from landlord, but with these things, I'm sure Ghana football and issues of hooliganism, probably, even if we are not eradicating, it will be from a minimal aspect. But all in all, finally, the GFA president is joining hands how we can probably find a killer of Nana Poli, So that is it. But landlord, quick one on these safety protocols. We've heard from the GFA president. What do you make out of it in about a minute?
I think he said something that this campaign was started 2019. So if this campaign was started 2019, how come we've not seen any
concrete action?
Thank you about it. I always say is in this we live in a country where BBC they will set up a committee, and the committee will meet and bring up so many things. But I'm telling you for a fact, and I'm saying this on the fact, say this polling death, the number of people who are interested in the person who killed polling is very high. It's beyond Ghana. So I think say Ebema Obiawo Adao. So I think for what the president said, and I think it's a very good idea. If this thing was there since 2019, God being so good, BBAC Ama, we need to implement this thing very well. So I think we are right on course. But what I've seen today at Tuba Park, I think we are right on course, senior.
Okay, so what we saw at the Tuba Street, it means that there are things that is going to be right, probably going forward. Okay, so that was Isaac Opoku, landlord, for you. And then we're still on the safety protocol. We have more for you. But before that time, let's go for this quick commercial break. And then afterwards, we have a lot more for you. Stick and stay with us. We're still on Facebook, and you can also join us via our WhatsApp number. Stay. We are back after this break.
CLOG TV. Beyond the policy.
Well, so we are back from this commercial break. Of course, we are still on. And then we're still talking about how to improve upon security in Ghana football. Yes, today we had the MTNFA round of 16 first game at the Tuba Street inside Kaswa. And it was an evidence that if we record the police if we have various stadium. Because it was heavy security presence at the Tuba Street, but we will delve deep into the game itself. But looking at security and its staff, that is situations within its corridors, it's an evidence that the GFA is gradually hitting that level, getting to that particular feat, and so that is it. So we're still on the enhanced protocols at the security level. I'm sure by this time you might have read that particular release and steps in enhancing our security protocols. No, that is for landlord. NY is out of.
Yeah, sent a message.
Yes.
All right,
the spirit is still with us. Yes.
Benito, you know, per what I saw today, there is I want to set an example. I want to say Obayo Kromfo na the now so we are there now tunu for fear. And so can we have a limit of how you talk to the person so that the person will go back. But the people that I saw today at Tuba Asutef there.
Yeah, so this is the statement I was talking about, the steps to reaching that enhanced safety protocols in our Ghana Premier League. So in the point 6, it says stadium security infrastructure. It talks much about these things. So landlord.
So thank you very much. It's not this one is not a caution. It's not a warning, but Argentina matrix. I think the police people there were many, and for me personally, I was very happy that they were there a lot. But we don't want a situation where, as they are many, you know, and it's about a different issue about. Today there were many more than the supporters that went to the Tuba Asotef today.
Oh yes.
There were many.
Police one and
So we don't want a situation where the people they will take action into their hands. See that you can't go and watch football and you discipline yourself. You and I know. Even we the journalists at times we have our team at heart. So let them. They should also understand the football that they are watching and the people that they are watching. Probability say they will misbehave when they are very high. So when they misbehave, what are the caution? What are the measures that we need to put in place? We don't want a situation where we not support to be a normal issue, be a shocking or no. Fine.
Okay, so this thing is for the security person.
The security personnel. I think simple because what has happened there, people are blaming them. Say there were police people at the scene when police
situation happened. Yeah.
So almost your move is okay. When we go to see a situation like this, we'll take the law into our hands. We are begging them. We know them very well. Today when I saw them, I was very happy. But later when I was watching them, I said, hey, they're even more than the supporters. So we don't want a situation where we know supporters a lot. So we are begging them. What they've started now, they should do it for.
Okay, so that is for the security personnel. But Marcelo, I don't know. The Besima police personnel and city personnel of match venue. I'm a dog to change fans. What is it telling the whole world? Is it as though there is this picture in the mindset of every football loving fan?
Yeah.
Because of what happened to Poli.
Sure.
I think there should be an orientation for football fans how they would troop into stadium once again.
Sure. So I would say sometimes, you see, me for instance, if I go somewhere and the militaries are very many, so it can be possible that the supporters were coming to the stadium or were coming to the field to watch the game. But police be yes. So it shouldn't be that, okay, we have the security personnel over there and everybody is in uniform. At least some can be in their normal attire and also, and it's not that hooliganism happens at the stadium. Sometimes park nichi, you see, sometimes behind the stadium and all those things. So it shouldn't be always that the policemen or the police officers will come in their numbers about 20, 30 and they'll all be in uniforms. At least a bit should be in their normal dresses, and so that the supporters, we need to, as you said earlier, we need to do orientations for supporters also. And one problem I have is also that it shouldn't be that this thing will happen. Maybe Obi Bekwa could do Nyamrasem, then we just pick him up, and at the end of the day, just a normal thing. We just leave him like that. We know of Europe that if you do that, this veganism thing, or you try to even break on the pitch, you see, they give you some punishment and all those things. So it shouldn't be that always and all those things. Yeah, at least there should be punishment. We should see that there's this kind of punishment that is going towards this person who did that thing.
Yes, you are right. But with that particular situation, it is because we do not have proper data about our fan base. Intino say me nipa asume si me di bone wo Leicester Cross Sports Stadium. Ochimi where how would you ban me from entering to the stadium? How would you ban me from maybe a midi has team nechi? We do not have any electronic means of checking on our fans. I think we remember and also some other time. But this one says landlord, I will come to you. Sure. But it says good evening. I'm watching your show live. I'm Evans. Keep it up. Okay, Evans, thank you for joining the show. Good evening, please. Okay. Basso, he wants us to talk about the FA Cup. No problem. It says, I've been a cherished viewer of your show. It is as if you've been doing marvelously well. Okay, thank you for your message also. Okay, and this one also says, Kobe, and then I'm loving the show. Keep it up. Okay, Kobe, thanks for your message. Okay. Lot of messages coming up, but we will deal with that one later on. Now, Lord, finish with your point.
All right. So you were saying something. What are the measures, or what are the things that we need to do, or the gadgets? I think what I saw today, I don't know how people were entering the stadium today. If you check home, there's this thing that we even use it at church when you come here. This scanner, the best scanner. Pole death, it was knife, and the stabbing. Knife is a metal, so when you have this scanner about this thing, the scanner. If it is metal, coins, anything metal, a very reflect. So anything still a very reflective. So I think the FA and the IGP need to work hand in hand and check out still. You were saying something about this here banding.
Before you come to that one, you see, when we go to some of the stadiums that we have, there are loopholes around that these things can go anywhere. They can hide it anywhere. You see, when you go to the Accra Sports Stadium, for instance, the wall is very, very high. So the possibility of you entering with something whilst you are checked very well wouldn't be as maybe you go to Insuatremai or you go to any other stadium with, you see. Yeah. So it all delves into the security. We are going to manage our stadiums.
I think what James is saying in conclusion, or in terms of everything, I think right now we have with the help of the IGP, we have the police people on board to help. I think right now the FA need to talk to the Gauka and the Premier League board to cancel some of the pitches that we play football on. Matches. Talk to your people. And in our country, we've given the supporters so much chance. In a statistics, a fan is no team choose to play. We say on to play. I want to play now. On pitch, on park on ball. That is how we the supporters chance in this country are they invading the privacy. Ushe Pole wona. Maybe I saw a video where Pole was closer to the team bus. He is a fan, not a technical member, not a not
an official.
Not an official, yeah. But we were close to where the team bus was, which is very bad.
Okay, so we would see how things unfair. But then click one on the round of 16 of the MTN FA Cup. Atram DVC advanced through penalty shootout. Within the 90 minutes, it was 0-0, and they won within the penalty shootout. So this time, I can say that BBN Gold Stars is out of the MTN FA Cup. Let's do this as quick fire. So Mediema Park Academy, that is on tomorrow. Landlord, who qualifies? Mediema Park Academy. At the Takwana Boss.
Oh, I'll just go straight for Mediema.
Okay, Golden Kids versus Heart of Folk tomorrow at Tuba Astro 3 p.m. Marcelo, who qualifies?
Phobia, of course. God
bless you, my brother.
MTN FA Cup we have couple matches on Sunday. Brekum Chelsea versus Northern City at the Golden City Park. Brekum Chelsea, Northern City. Landlord, who qualifies?
Brekum Chelsea.
Okay, Kerala at Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium versus Young Apostles. It's all I should say Premier League affair. Yeah.
But I will go for Young Apostles. I will go for Young Apostles.
Young Apostles qualifying at the expense of Kerala United. That would be interesting. At the Wenchi Sports Complex, Techuman Liberty Youth versus Vichem United. Landlord.
It will be very difficult because most of the time, these small teams they want to prove a point in this MTF Cup because this is the time that they get to beat the big teams or so on share big team now on your contract. So I think it's going to be a very difficult team, but a match. But all the same, Bechem United will qualify ahead of Bechem.
Okay, True Democracy at Ni J Kraku Sports Complex versus Nania. Is it that one? Yes. Nania. A team for the soccer maestro versus True Democracy.
So I think True Demo, I watched them when they were playing in the Middle League division. And anytime they were coming to Accra Sports Stadium, you see about 30-40 buses throughout the Middle League, and they have these kind of supporters that crazy supporters, huge fan base. They have huge fan base, and I think I'll go with them. I'll go with True Demo. Nanya FC are struggling a little bit in the Division 1 league, so I'll go in for True Demo. Okay, so that is from Marcelo James for short. On our socials, we have lots of your messages. It says, I'm watching you live, CLOG Sports. Keep the fire blazing. Okay, thanks for your message. And of course, this one says, I am Enoch and watching your show live inside Kotobabi. Greetings to landlord. Hey, landlord, Kotobabi, where I'm saying
that's where I grew up. That's where
Are you sure?
I grew up at Kotobabi, close to the Wembley pitch.
That's fine.
I'm sure.
Okay, so let's go for this break, and then when we come back, we will be zooming into the European front as usual, into the Champions League, to the Europa League, and to the Conference League. How your favorite teams are faring at the round of 16 stage of these European competitions. Keep your messages coming. We will be back after this break. show.
Yeah, he was live at today the Champions League draw.
Okay,
so Nana was we heavy.
Yes. He's a wonderful brother. Okay, so we're zooming into the round of 16 draw of the UEFA Champions League. We are now separating the boys from the men, of course. So, Utim Uncle Duru Hobia, indeed, Utim is a small boy, you get it. But then, I can say phone him crown, still, yeah, I can say phone to. And so, we have mouth-watering draw, I should say that way. And this time, it was from round of 16 to quarterfinals to semi-final and to the final. The road to Munich, it will be on your screens right now. But looking at the interesting and tasty, yes, parents. Okay, so that is it on your screens. This is a round of 16 draw of the UEFA Champions League. Arsenal playing as the away side in the first leg to PSV and Dortmund. And of course, we have the Madrid derby coming up. And then, yes, Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu up against Atletico Madrid. So it is the white side of Madrid versus the red and white side of Madrid. That game will be a crucial one. Paris Saint-Germain facing Liverpool in the round of 16, whereas Feyenoord will be playing Inter at the round of 16. Borussia Dortmund, Lille Metropole. So as Benfica will be matching up with FC Barca. So these are the draw for round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League. Marcelo, I'm starting from you. This is the draw. These are the clubs. I don't know your general overview and assessment of the Champions League draw.
I think it's a good one. Earlier on, before they will change the format, yes. They said we are going to enjoy big
basically,
matches. And
personally, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, seriously. We had the likes of Madrid and City,
fighting to the last.
Yeah, and I think we all thought said that Madrid, City, they are going to be from the first position to the 8th position, and the other ones are going to play the playoffs, Charlie. But then Madrid need to meet City and play that playoff, and I think it's a good one. We are going to enjoy good football in the round of 16, and we have some derbies.
Yes,
we have some.
Which one do you think it's match of the round of 16?
I think Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, the Madrid derby. It's going to be a tough one. And looking into that, even with their local league, they are, all fighting in the La Liga. They are all fighting for the top spot, and it's going to be a difficult one. But trust you, Madrid is always Madrid when it comes to Madrid. Real Madrid is the white one. Real Madrid is always Real Madrid when it comes to the Champions League, and of course, they are title contenders.
Yes, and so that is on with the Madrid derby. Okay, but Lord, your general overview of this draw, right from the new format, how teams had to play in the playoff before gaining spot in the round of 16 up to this time.
All right, as my good friend said, we've been able to separate the men from the boys.
Exactly.
So we are at round of 16. Watching this draw, I think for me personally, I can see my final in this draw.
Your final.
I can see my
right from round of 16.
I can give you hands down. If you give me the opportunity, make me the team that's going to play the
opportunity will come. The opportunity will come.
So I think for me being a Barcelona fan, our prayers since the draw, we were just praying that we will ignore PSG.
Why?
Why we are ignoring PSG is
as Barca faithfuls.
Because if you see their form actually scoring my own breast 10 on aggregate, look at Dembele serious form. So we just that Barcelona is on form, but also on form Tunisia I didn't go intervene. But for them meeting Liverpool, answer. But I was praying that Real Madrid did not qualify ahead of Man City. The reason I'm saying is, Senior, you know very well, Real Madrid knows how to play Champions League very well.
Mr. Champions
Atletico
League.
de Madrid has never beaten Real Madrid in the Champions League before.
You are right. You are right.
They have never.
It is factual.
Beaten Real Madrid in the Champions League before. And for this game, one, Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid are also fighting for La Liga.
Sure.
Alongside Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah.
And also fighting in Copa del Rey. Barcelona is playing against Atletico de Madrid in Copa del Rey. And when you watch Atletico de matches in March, it's power pack.
Sure.
They will be playing Barcelona home and away in Copa del Rey. They will be playing Barcelona in La Liga. They will be playing Real Madrid in Champions League home and away. So it's a huge thing for them. For me personally, it's going to be a very serious match. But I'll not pick that in this round of 16. The final before final in this Champions League draw is Liverpool versus PSG because the two teams are on form. PSG is fighting in the France for the league.
French league. Yeah.
French league. Liverpool also fighting in the Premier League. They are dropping points, but Charlie, kudos to these two sides. It's going to be a very, very, very difficult difficult match. Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen. We all saw them last season when Xabi Alonso winning in the Europe, coming into the Champions League. It's going to be a very difficult match. Prior to this match, they played in the German Bundesliga. They played 0-0.
Yeah.
So this in the Champions League, it's going to be very, very difficult. I think as the Champions League boss said, this year Champions League is going to be very interesting. There's no doubt about that. It has been interesting. So I think for me, I'll pick Liverpool and PSG in this round of 16. It's the final before final. It's final before
That's the
final.
crucial one.
It's the crucial one among all.
It isn't the Madrid derby.
No. For me, I have no problem. I'm not a Madrid fan.
He's not a Madrid fan. That's why.
But I know very well Real Madrid will qualify ahead of Atletico de Madrid because Benito, I'm not a Real Madrid fan, but I know Real Madrid very well. They know how to play Champions League. When they reach this time around now, you don't know where the spirit will come, especially as a Qatar Stadium also account there.
Okay, so I'll be asking you of your potential finals. Which two teams would probably reach the final? But before that time, this one says Barca versus PSG wouldn't have been a bad game at all because of Ousmane Dembele's idea about FC Barca. Okay, it says I'm in Sobila Vincent. Okay, thanks for your message, and of course thank you for joining us to this particular show. I can see all you Madrid fans are afraid of Barca already. Okay. Freddie also bringing this onto the show. Anyways, minim obiane ne dear, but here fan are Real Madrid for Nicas almost Barca. It says crazy draws, exciting times ahead. I can't wait. Okay. And also dia or di aba so and no. Minim also bet me do the aba. Yes, and that is the number on your screen. So Marcelo, which two teams probably potentially will be reaching the finals of this year's Champions League?
I think Real Madrid is already in the final.
Real Madrid is
already.
Wow.
They are the king when it comes to Champions League. And Bayern Munich is going to surprise Barcelona in the semi-finals.
Wow.
I would love Barcelona and Real Madrid in the finals. But I think Bayern Munich is going to surprise Barcelona in the semi-finals. So it will be Real Madrid, Bayern Munich in the finals.
That is for Marcelo. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich in the finals. Wow. Let's see if it happens that way. Landlord, minimum two teams looking up to the finals. Marcelo says it's Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. Say Barca.
Opinions are
yes.
I think I agree with him in the latter part saying say maybe Real Madrid and Barcelona can play. I'm saying when you watch the draw very well, if our producers can help me put the draw on the screen for me, when Barcelona qualified, they'll meet either Dortmund or Lille. Then they will come back to Bayer Leverkusen or Bayern Munich or Inter Milan. But I'll be very happy. I'll be very, very happy. In the history of Champions League, I stand to be corrected.
The historian.
In the history of Champions League, I stand to be corrected. We've not gotten two giant teams in the country playing in the Champions League final before. We had Manchester United and Chelsea, but they are not two big giants in the country. It's Liverpool and Manchester United who are El Clasico in Premier League.
Okay.
So I'll be very happy. And then, if we
have Clasico in the Champions League.
We are seeing it will be more than France and Argentina in the World Cup qualifier, in the World Cup final. Having these two teams in the Champions League final, because it's a derby in Spain where when it's playing, even celebrities are even rated in this derby. So I'm just praying and just hoping, say, we'll have an El Clasico in the Champions League final. It is written, and it will surely come to pass.
In the book of
Landlord chapter 4 verse 5. This is in Munich, Germany. Barcelona versus Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that is Landlord for you, and then let's see if his prophecy or what is written in Landlord chapter something verse something will come to pass. This one says, I am Reku Hala Madrid. At this point, no team is stopping Real Madrid. The Champions League winners 2025. Here we come. Okay, so that is from Mireku. Okay. I think Landlord is getting something right. Real Madrid versus Barca final. Okay. Real Madrid versus Barca final at the Champions League. Anyways, this one also says Manchester United will be there next season.
Hey, young man.
Manchester United. Kobe says Manchester United will be there next season. Anyways,
don't come and spoil our night too.
See, yeah, Ruben Amorim, now to the Europa League, so draw no today, and of course there are mouth-watering fixtures. But before that time, it's on 4th and 5th March. That is where the Champions League round of 16 first legs will be played. 4th and 5th March for the first legs, and 11th and 12th March for the second legs. That is for the Champions. The final is on May 31 at Munich, Allianz Arena Football Munich. That is for Bayern Munich. Imagine say Bayern are qualified for finals of the Champions League. Not just obviously almost a home. Now to the Europa League, we have interesting fixtures to be watched. That is FC Fenerbahce versus Rangers, Lazio Victoria Plzen, Atletico Bilbao versus AS Roma, and then Manchester United versus Real Sociedad, Tottenham AZ Alkmaar, Eintracht Frankfurt, Ajax, and Lyon Steaua Bucharest, then Olympiacos Bodo Glimt. These are the clubs competing in the Europa League, and of course that is the round of 16 draw. Landlord, I don't know which of these pairings is probably the biggest fixture. Is it Fenerbahce Rangers, Lazio Victoria Plzen, Atletico Bilbao Roma, obviously, but Manchester United Real Sociedad, Tottenham AZ Alkmaar, Eintracht Frankfurt Ajax, Lyon Steaua Bucharest, or Olympiacos Bodo Glimt. I don't know how you make out of this Europa League draw.
Well, Senior, I think when we talk about Europa League, when I was growing up following football, Europa League now, it is meant for these teams now, but this time around, you could see some of the big names inside. But the match that I'll pick in this Europa League draw is Roma versus Athletic Bilbao. It's going to be a very, very tough match. Iñaki Williams, Nico Williams, the likes of Tony Abraham, Dybala at Roma, a very, very, very difficult game. If you are, then you come to Real Sociedad versus Manchester United. It's going to be a very tough game in Europa League, because Tottenham or Ajax is there, so for this Europa League now, I think for the past 5 years, you could see that Sevilla was really dominating in this Europa League. But I always tell you, and I say, football has become an activity or a game where people are being placed in a classroom how to play football. So you could see a team like Olympiacos, Victoria plays in AZ Munia. So I think it's a very interesting game at the Europa League. But I'll pick Roma and Manchester United matches as a big matches in the Europa League.
Okay, so that is from Isaac Opoku Landlord.
Manchester United away to Sociedad in the first league. I think Manchester United have been struggling when it comes to the Premier League, but they've not lost a game when it comes to the Europa League. Yeah, I stand to be corrected though.
Yeah,
so,
that's factual.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a tough one. And anytime Manchester travels to Spain, I mean, it's a big game. It's always a big game. And Ajax have been playing some nice football these days, and I think they are going to play very, very well. And when you come to Frankfurt, they are not doing bad at all. They are really doing well. And Rangers, as my brother said, Roma and Atletico Bilbao. I mean, we are Ghanaians, so at least there will be a so I think I'll go for I would love Atletico Bilbao to go through to the next stage, and at least even win the trophy. To be a plus for we the Ghanaians, to Inaki Williams and his brother Nico Williams over there. And so I think, all in all, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be an exciting one. There, we are going to really enjoy football in the coming weeks.
Okay, so that is from Marcelo, and then I have this message, quite an interesting one. It says, "I am God can't fail. Trust me, Manchester United will win the Europa League as a resurrective moment." Hey, and God can't fail and power. That is it from God can't fail. Okay, man, you win Europa League. I say, I'm the best. Sorry. That is from Manchester United fraternity. Also, Balak says, "I'm watching you live. You are doing great work." Okay. WhatsApp group, and then quick one from our Facebook feed. Michael Amoni says, "Up and grateful, guys. Kudos, great work. Hala Madrid, vamos." Okay, so we can clearly see the Madridistas on our various socials. Randolph Free Forward also on the Facebook feed, wishing us the very best in all endeavors. Okay, so that is it for you. In no time we'll be wrapping up, but then before we take leave of you, that is the Europa League draw for you. It should be on your screen shortly. So this is the knockout stages of the Europa League. In fact, our production team, so this is the draw, and then as we've really delved deep into it. But then let me ask, which two teams are going to the finals of the Europa League? Landlord.
I think per the trend from the left to the right, I wish to see an England final.
Yeah, sure.
I really wish to see an England final being Tottenham versus Manchester United.
Wow.
To be very happy to see an English final. So
all English finals.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is from Alhaji. Landlord, an all English affair final in the Europa League. Okay, but Marcelo.
Yeah, sure. I was with landlord. All English affairs. I mean, it's going to be great. I mean, the two teams are struggling in the league, so we need them to just spice things up when it comes to the final. So I would really love to see them in the finals.
Okay, I'm on the best story now. Say okay, so this is where we'll be wrapping up the show for today's edition. But before we take leave of our cherry viewers, Kim Lars has lost his first game, even though it's a friendly game. That is our women in Morocco. Ghana lost to Morocco at the last minute. About 30 seconds on this.
It was a very interesting game. I was watching live on Facebook, and you could see the girls were well organized. It was unfortunate. Time now they considering was
probably they lost control of focus.
Yes, it was very bad. But one thing I'm happy about the new coaching is that you could see that the ladies are well organized. It started from Obama, German coach Nora Hoptel.
Yeah.
So it is a very good thing for us. Playing against Morocco, losing against Morocco too has a very good female side team. So it's a very interesting game. But all the same, kudos to the ladies.
Okay, that is landlord for you guys. We're wrapping up your final words. So Marcelo,
I think I'll greet my father, the prophet, Prophet Akwesi Boateng, the senior pastor of the Tabernacle of David Assembly Church. My mom, Queen Elizabeth, I call her Queen Elizabeth. She's together with my auntie Christy, and you see, I'm putting on this nice replica, just a transfer.
It's nice.
So my guys in Nongwa, Chama, Chris, Pepe, and Charlie, I greet everyone, and to my Get Fit guys, big ups.
In fact, I think I am beginning to love that get fit. Maybe I'll join. Because my video is being there and the landlord. Today is Friday.
Today
stepping out.
It's Friday. So yesterday was my biological mother's birthday.
That's fine.
Madam got Ekia Yabua. Yesterday was your birthday.
So a belated one.
A belated one, mommy. I love you very much. God bless you. It's unfortunate his husband is not alive. Mr. Opoku is not alive, but my mom has been a pillar in my life. My brothers, Samuel Opoku, Amma, Pastor Paul's life. And mommy, we love you very much for the good things you've been doing for us. I don't want to be emotional. Yesterday I was very emotional, but we love you. Sunday we want to throw a surprise party for my mom.
Okay. So
last one. So
that's fine,
a baby girl too is watching us live from my Joy Anthony. Baby girl, Joy Anthony. God bless you for watching. I love you very much.
Wow. Okay, so on this note, we're wrapping up today's edition of CLOG Sport. But I'm going to speak to a wonderful brother is watching, Charles Nana. I salute you, brother. You are indeed a good brother. And then Mina from Sprinters. Yes, they make an why. So thanks to our production team, they've been with us through and through. And of course to our cherished viewers, those who sent messages on WhatsApp and then Facebook and other socials. Yadamunina massive. We're coming back on Monday, God willing. Stay safe. Na show pa. I step in for your regular host Nanaya Asari. Champion Benito Nye. Adios, amigo.